I wandered around the galaxy map many times wondering what these things mean, and having the attention span of a dead fish wasn't helping. How do I find floating islands? How to find walking buildings? What is the meaning of all those letters in the galaxy map? How to find pirate control systems nearby? Looking for S-class ships that spawn mostly in 3-star ranked systems? What about Atlantid multitools? Or maybe those colossal gas giants and deep ocean worlds from the latest update? There are simple things you can do to make it much easier to find them. GoodGuysFree here, let's get started. When you just get your first warp drive, you start looking at the galaxy map, and here's what you see. You see the star system you are at, and since you're already here, you have some rather detailed information. You know the dominant race, the type of economy, and the conflict level of the system. This information is revealed when you arrive at a system, but you probably know there are ways to determine this from afar. I'll get back to that soon. But let's see what you can see already in this initial screen. On the top left, you see the galaxy and your position in it. You always start around the edge of the first galaxy, Euclid. You can also see the distance from the core. Here we see the selected destination, which you select with the left-right arrows. The options are Galactic Core, Free Explore, Custom Waypoint, Black Hole, Atlas Station, and Current Mission. Current Mission is the mission you have selected in your log, and the green line points at the next system in the path. This gets selected by your warp drive's ability in terms of which stellar color stars you can reach and your drive's range. Of course, you start the game at a yellow star system and advance to red, green, and blue systems, and now with Worlds Part 2, purple systems are here, accessible with the Atlantid Drive after completing the In Stellar Multitudes quest. Other faint lines indicate voyages you already made, and if you switch to Free Look, you can follow the lines and you'll see star systems with a circle around them, which means you've been there. When you're scanning the map, you can mark a system that interests you and create a custom waypoint, which is one of the destinations you can choose. This is very useful when your warp drive range is still short and you find a system you're interested in beyond the range. Mark it as a custom waypoint and select it as the destination, and the game will compute a multi-hop path to your desired destination. Free Explore is pretty self-explanatory. When you activate Free Look, it selects the Free Explore destination but leaves the previous destination's lines. Green for Current Mission, blue for Custom Waypoint, red for Atlas Station, violet for Black Hole, and orange for Galactic Core. On the right we have the filter option. When you start, the only two options are No Filter and Lifeform. In No Filter mode, you can see the color of the star systems, and now we see yellow, red, green, blue, and the new purple systems added in Worlds Part 2. The colors are quite pale until you navigate the map closer to the star system. In Lifeform filter, we see much more clearly that there are 4 colors of stars: yellow for Gek, cyan for Korvax, red for Vy'keen, and white for uninhabited systems. The other 2 filters, Economy and Conflict, will only be available when you're flying a ship that has the Economy scanner and the Conflict scanner respectively. Before we explain how to find specific things we're looking for, let's understand what we see about each star system when we look at it. The top line gives the name of the system. This is procedurally generated unless someone discovered, renamed, and uploaded it already. The second line says the distance in light years and then the spectral class. The No Man's Sky Wiki has a very nice page on the spectral classes, link in the description. But here's the gist. The first letter is the spectral type. Yellow stars are F and G. Red stars have K and M. Green stars have E, and blue stars have B and O. Purple systems, now live with Worlds Part 2, are marked with X or Y. Next is a number from 0 to 9, indicating the heat of the star. Now, I've heard some that say that 0 is the hottest and some that 9 is the hottest, so I'm not so sure. In any case, this is the general heat of the star and doesn't mean that all planets are hot or cold. Then we have 2 more optional letters. A P indicates some peculiarity, something weird. I looked and looked for what the F means and couldn't find. If you know, please write in the comments. Next on the line we have an optional additional characteristic. If it says water, it means there are planets with surface water. In purple systems, this could mean massive water worlds with oceans kilometers deep. If it says dissonant, it means at least one planet, usually only one, is dissonant. And you can find Sentinel interceptor ships on it, as well as radiant shards and Atlantidium, not to mention harmonic camps where you can obtain Sentinel multitools, etc. So let's recap for a second here. We now understand how to look for dissonant planets and how to look for specific race systems. When is this important? Well, if you're looking for an Atlantid multitool, those are only found in Korvax systems, so switch your filter to Lifeform and look for cyan-colored systems. see my short series on Atlantid multitools on your screen. What about those floating island waterfall planets? Or the new gas giants and colossal worlds? They are quite rare. I'll link in the description to a great video that explains how to do this, and here is the gist of it. Get a freighter, make sure you have an interstellar scanner, and install a scanner room. Charge the freighter's warp drive and use it to find yellow star systems, spectral class E or F, and prefer the mid-temperature ones with the numbers 4, 5, or 6, because this has a higher chance to find the lush biome planets, which are what we're looking for. Lush biomes appear as one of the following names: grassy, bountiful, flourishing, overgrown, humid, temperate, paradise, viridescent, tropical, verdant, and rainy. The Isentam galaxy, galaxy number 10, has a higher percentage of these planets, so if you can get there, it will reduce by a little the search time. For gas giants and other new planet types like water worlds, head to Purple Systems, X or Y class. After unlocking the Atlantid Drive, they're packed with unique worlds like gas giants and deep ocean planets. Remember that you must complete the mission in stellar multitudes to unlock Purple Systems in order to see them in the galaxy map. I will leave a link in the description to a video explaining all the necessary steps. If you don't unlock Purple Systems, you will not be able to see them or reach them. Yes, if you use glyphs to a purple system in a portal, you will get an Atlas transport error and you will find yourself in a different star system nearby. If you try to join another player who is already in a purple system, you will appear in a nearby system, be in a group with them, but they will be in the purple system and you will not. Be aware that every type of biome can appear as a giant planet. However, when you scan the galaxy map, only gas giants will say gas giant. If you select a purple system that says just Dissonant and you see this, one planet with many moons, it means the planet is a giant. Worlds Part 2 added several new biomes and some new materials which you can use to locate these types of planets. For example, lithium appears only on water worlds, crystallized helium only on gas giants. But be aware, at the time of making this video, pinning lithium to find water worlds doesn't seem to work. The other type of planet is the ruins biome planet. The way to locate these is to look for a planet with a description that includes ruin, like ruined, lost to decay, and such. These planets appear outside of purple systems as well, by the way. If you want to know how to reach other galaxies, see my video on galaxy hopping on your screen. Alright, now when we select a system, we see this. It shows us the system's race as Viking. But since we don't have an economy scanner or conflict scanner installed, this is all we see. When we select and expand, we get to see this, the name of the region in space. The region is important for several reasons. Each region is home to a different guild: the mercenaries, the explorers, and the merchants. More on guilds can be found in this video on your screen in the chapter on guild envoys. When we install an economy scanner, we can see the type of economy of the system. This is a large topic beyond the scope of this video, but suffice it to say that the number of stars next to the economy icon indicates the economy strength between 1, poor, failing, and 3, prosperous, successful. I'll link in the description to an excellent wiki page with all the information. However, in brief, there are 7 economy types, and when you activate the economy filter in the galaxy map, the different colors correspond to the different economy types. Lastly, we can install the conflict scanner, and now we can see the conflict level of the system. There are 4 conflict levels in total. 1, low conflict level, peaceful. The next level is 2, mild. Notice there are different names to the levels, but they're just different names for the same thing. Level 3 is high conflict level, high chance of pirate ships, and finally, pirate controlled systems, which are actually always the same as level 3. So actually only 3 levels. If you select the lifeform filter, you will see 4 colors like we said before: yellow for Gek, cyan for Korvax, red for Viking, and white for uninhabited systems. The Autphage race appears in almost every system, and when you complete the relevant missions, you will know how to find them. One of the things many people like to find is a dissonant planet in a pirate-controlled system. Why? See tip number 6 on my video on your screen. But in short, in such systems you can shoot sentinels from your ship and farm echolocators without triggering sentinel ships to hunt you. But again, this is on dissonant systems that are pirate-controlled. So switch to conflict filter and look for stars marked in red, level 3, that are pirate-controlled and dissonant. The other thing you can do with the lifeform filter is to look for white stars, uninhabited systems, to find synthetic lifeforms. This includes those living buildings. The trick is to find blue stars, stellar class B or O, in systems that are uninhabited. It's still going to take some time to search, but this is what you're looking for. Once you jump to such a system with your freighter, use the interstellar scanner and check the fauna of each of the planets in the system. If there are any underwater or flying fauna, skip that planet. If there are more than 4 types of fauna, you can skip that planet too. When you land on one of those planets, open the quick menu and select the companion menu. If you see the option to drop creature pellets, this planet has regular fauna. On planets with synthetic life forms, you will see this, ion batteries, and even then, you need to look for the living buildings since they may not exist on the planet. It could be just a regular robotic fauna planet. That's it, lots of links in the description. If you found this useful, hit like and consider subscribing. GoodGuysFree here, and I'll see you again soon.